Hey guys, what's up? It's FilterSC here, and I'm back for episode number 3 of the Bronze to Masters Mentality series. In this particular episode, we're going to be going over something called the GG effect, which I think is under talked about and something that is very important towards how you can play the game. Now I want to bring up, in terms of the GG effect, guess what? There's a guy out there called FilterSC who way back in the day when he was just a scrubby platinum leaguer trying to get into diamond, I've broken a monitor, I've broken a whole bunch of mice. Like, just the number of mice I've broken in my time is quite high. Every time I got baneling busted, I used to lift all my bases off and be like, kill me. I'd go, grab a drink, waste 10 minutes, make the other guy waste 10 minutes of his life. And that's not the right attitude. That's not the attitude you want to have. That's not how you get better as a player. So let's talk about the GG effect. Now, what is the GG effect? Well, the GG effect is very simple. When your opponent BMs you after a game and he's like, oh my god, Terran's so OP, blah 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 blah, all he did was all in me, you just laugh. It feels good to get BM. You know you got in that guy's head because that's how well you played. So keep that in mind. The next time you BM your opponent, you're just making that guy feel even better about how he played. The next part about the GG effect is, if you GG every single game when you lose, doesn't matter how, you get proxy 2-gated, whatever, you just GG and you leave, it helps bring a positive mindset. When you add that GG in there, it just kind of cuts off the last game. It closes that game off. You're not worried about it anymore. It gives you a positive mindset, and it opens the door for improvement because you're much more able to see your own mistakes rather than simply just being like, oh, well, that guy was so trash, like, he did this and this and this and that's bad and blah blah. No, you GG, you close the last game mentally, and then you open the door for improvement. Now, if you're really biting your tongue as you go to GG and you're still super angry after the game, and you're just like, you don't know what went wrong and you don't know why you lost, and you're super mad, go watch the last replay after you GG. And then what you want to do when you look for that last replay is you want to look for your mistakes, not his, no matter what happened in that game. Doesn't matter if you lost to a timing or whatever, like, did you just not see it coming? Did you misinterpret your scouting information? Did you die with like 700 or 800 minerals in the bank at like the 8 or 9 minute mark? These are all important points to take a look at. You don't want to look for the fact that that guy was supply blocked, or he messed up, or he did this. You're not looking for his mistakes. You're not trying to make him a better player. You want to make yourself a better player, and you want to figure out why you lost. If you look for your own mistakes and you find a whole bunch of them, like, you died with 700 minerals, you didn't scout properly, your marines were miscontrolled, all these things lead towards that loss, regardless of what your opponent did, and you're going to start to feel the frustration melt away, even after really frustrating games. It's really important that you just go look in the replay, look for your own mistakes, don't worry about the mistakes your opponent made, and you're going to feel that frustration start to melt away so that you can go into the next game with a positive mindset, and you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. And the final thing we're going to talk about when we talk about the GG effect is that losing to bad players just shows you're not ready for the next level. Now, what do I mean by that? It means don't get angry, get focused when you lose to a bad player. It happens all the time. It happens to me, it happens at super high level, it doesn't matter. It can happen to anybody where you lose to somebody that's a bad player. What do I mean by a bad player? Well, let's say you play against a Protoss player and he just goes for some crazy, like, double forge, like, gets blink and all these upgrades and stuff off like a sentry and a stalker, but you don't scout that and you don't punish it. So what ends up happening is you fight a Protoss that has like really fast 3-3 upgrades, a ton of Colossus, like just an ungodly army, and you realize this guy's actually a bad player. But why was I not able to punish it, right? So you need to go and you need to look at the replay, you need to figure out where the holes were. Did you miss the timing where you could have attacked? There's a reason something is bad. There's a reason it's considered bad. Even like a 7 roach rush or something like that, you have tools available to you to figure that out and defend it all the time. So, I'll give you another example on a personal level. I've lost to guys where I've scouted everything, they just decided they were going to make 7 DTs and walk them into my main, and they one-shot my marines, they walked right past my turret, and I got lazy. I wasn't saving scans, so I didn't have any scans to finish off the DTs after they came in, right? And that's the reason I lost that game. Now, when stuff like that happens, you need to figure out how you can punish that in the future and what your own mistakes were. So in that game, I really should have saved scans just in case that guy decided to go for, like, mass DT and just try to run past my bunker, which he did. Like, 3 DTs died before still got in when I didn't have any scans, and they started one-shotting my marines, and it just snowballed from there and the game was over. However, if I had to save 2 scans, I would have been able to clean that up, and that guy would have invested off 1 base in a 7 Dark Templar that got almost no damage done, and I would have picked myself up a free win. So it's really important that when you lose to bad players, because you know what, when that gets scouted, and your opponent knows you're going DT, the last thing you should probably do ever is warp in 7 DTs. But he rolled the dice, and they came up in his favor. So it's really important that you, as a player, figure out what you did wrong and why you weren't able to punish the quote-unquote bad player. It happens all the time. I'll see it on streams all the time where people are like, oh, that guy was so bad. Like, he didn't deserve to win that game at all. Oh, yeah, this guy was trash. Well, if that guy's so bad, why did he beat you? And nobody seems to want to figure out why they lost to a bad player. So it's really important you figure out how to punish that, and there's a reason that somebody's bad, and there's a reason what they're doing is incorrect, and you need to figure out what that is, and you need to punish that, and you need to pick up the victory. Anyway guys, this is Filter SC. GG, every single game you play, all of them. GG, GG, GG. It's just a handshake, boys. Just GG that game, get out of it, get in a new one, feel good about yourself, get better, improve, be a better ladder player, and I'll see you guys next time.
Ready to plunder. You want a piece of me, boy?
Base is under attack.